Here are 7 things I refuse to do to my hair so that I can get to the goal of tailbone length. And these are some rules that you can follow too if your hair is stuck at neck or shoulder length. And we're not going to waste any time. So let's get to number 1. The first thing that I refuse to do to my hair is straighten it unnecessarily. Adding an excessive amount of heat to our natural hair is not healthy at all. It really can damage our hair. It really can change the structure of our hair. And for me, I just realized that it's just not necessary. I don't need my hair to be straight all the time. I don't need my hair to be slick all the time. I am very, very happy with wearing my hair in its natural state. And I know that that is helping me to retain even more length. So I refuse to straighten it unnecessarily. We're talking like, every week, potentially even every month. For me, anyway, that is just a no no. I typically will blow dry my hair maybe about twice a year, potentially 3 times a year, something like that. But I definitely don't go overboard either with blow drying nor with straightening my hair either at this stage of my journey. Again, right now I'm focusing on length retention. I want to get to my goal of tailbone length. And so I just believe that I'm just not going to straighten my hair unnecessarily. The second thing is I refuse to wear my hair in its shrunken state, in its shrunken afro state. And that's going to sound a little bit weird to some of you because, of course, we want to embrace who we are and our hair naturally lands itself into an afro. But when our hair is allowed to shrink back up on itself, then what happens is all of those hair strands coil and curl up on each other and they cause knotting, they cause matting, and those knots end up in breakage. And so it's not very helpful to leave my hair in its shrunken state. So one thing that I particularly won't do is after I have washed my hair, I will literally never let it just dry on its own without either adding product to it or stretching it, or not or and stretching it in some way, be that putting it in twists, plaits, something that's going to keep my hair stretched rather than just washing it. It gets wet and then I allow it to just dry and shrink right back up. That's something that I'm not going to do. The third thing is, in order for me to get to my goal of tailbone length, I am definitely not going to trim my hair every 6 to 8 weeks. That is popular advice from professionals. They will often advise us to trim our hair every 6 to 8 weeks. And I get it. It definitely will result in our hair staying much thicker towards the ends. I totally understand that. But at the same time, I also realize that we are cutting off length unnecessarily, and it's not always unhealthy length. So for me to get to my goal of tailbone length, I'm not going to be trimming every 6 to 8 weeks, but I'm just going to dust my ends kind of every now and again in order to just keep my hair in a healthy state. The fourth thing that I am definitely not doing with my hair is I'm not going to do too much. Okay, and it sounds a bit ridiculous, but here is my definition of doing too much. Now, this might be totally different for you. For me, I found a routine that works for me. I wash my hair every 2 weeks. On wash day, I will either wash my hair in the twist that they are in, for example, what you can see them in now, and I will undo one twist at a time and remoisturize and redo one twist at a time. I will then leave my hair pretty much alone for the next 2 weeks until I get to my next wash day. I don't do a hell of a lot on my wash day. And when I say wash day, it's not really a wash day technically. We just call it that because it just is. It probably takes me about 20 minutes to wash my hair, but it's styling my hair that takes long. Styling my hair probably takes maybe about 4 hours now. It's the time has increased the longer that my hair has got. It used to take 2 hours to do my twists. Now it's heading up to 4 hours. Anyway, my point is, for me, my washing my hair is very, very simple. I literally just shampoo it and I will add conditioner. That's it. I don't always deep condition. Definitely don't do it every other wash day. I've never done a protein treatment in my life. When I say a protein treatment, I'm talking like specifically a protein treatment. Um, I've never done a keratin treatment. I don't even know what that is. I don't know. I'm trying to think of all these other things. I've never done like clay washing. And it's funny because I see other people doing on their channels and I'm sure that it has benefits. I don't know what those benefits are. And honestly, I kind of don't need to at this stage because what I have been doing with my hair has been working and I haven't been doing too much. So it goes back to a video I did on why I don't deep condition my hair every wash day. I'm going to link it above for you. And I feel like at the time, a lot of people were saying you have to deep condition your hair every single wash day. And I just felt that I wasn't seeing much of a difference by doing that. And having not done it previously, again, I didn't see a massive difference with my hair. So this is a similar thing to me. With the routine that I have now, it works and it works very well. And so I'm just simply choosing not to not to necessarily follow the crowd and do too much. I'm just going to do what is necessary and what works for my hair. Number 5 is I refuse to treat my hair roughly. I did not realize when I before I was growing my hair, I did not realize how roughly I was treating it. I didn't understand the concept of finger detangling. Actually, I had never heard of finger detangling. And even if somebody would have told me to finger detangle my hair, you probably would have seen me just ripping it out, not realizing that there's a specific way to work out the tangles, work out the knots in a safe way so that our hair doesn't break. This for me, I think, is really, really big. Once I got a hold of and understood how to treat my hair gently, I definitely saw massive, massive changes to the length of my hair. Encompassed in treating my hair roughly, or on the contrary, treating it gently, I also think that also for me includes not putting too much tension on my hair, no longer wearing really, really tight ponytails or slicking my hair back too much, putting gel on my edges every single day, brushing it every single day, laying it every single day, and not washing it off. That was an example of treating my hair roughly, but I didn't know that at the time. I remember when I was in school, this is so many, many years ago, but something that I used to do with my hair. So let's just say I had it in like um a ponytail and it was out, I would do something called back combing where I would use a thin comb, a rat tail comb, okay, and I would comb my hair backwards, literally this way, in order to make it look thicker, look fuller, and just puffier and bigger, right? That is a great example of me treating my hair roughly. Okay. That is really rough. And it's something I would never, never, never do now. I would just, oh my gosh, I actually am cringing thinking about the fact that I was combing my hair backwards. What? Okay, so that is something that I would not do in order for me to grow my hair to tailbone length as quick as possible. Number 6 is I will no longer wear my hair out often. Again, this is something that I used to do back in the day, particularly when my hair was relaxed because it was straight. So obviously it was easy to wear it out. And I would let it sit on my shoulders because that's the length it got to. It couldn't get any longer, right? And I would let my hair fall and sit on my shoulders. And because it was constantly sitting on my shoulders and rubbing here, on my clothes, on the back of the chair, on my car seat, everywhere, then of course the ends were breaking. And once the ends are breaking, I'm no longer retaining length. So even though my hair is growing from the scalp, all the ends, the oldest part of my hair are literally breaking off. So I just decided that it's high time basically for me to stop wearing my hair out. Now you will notice that my hair is typically away and tucked in a bun as such, and that means that my hair is no longer rubbing on my shoulders, no longer rubbing on anything. Number 7 is I will not let my hair get dry. Okay, I did not realize, again, taking myself back, we're talking, let's say about 7 years ago and more, I did not realize that having dry hair definitely equals having shorter hair. Now, don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with short hair. If you want your hair to be short, wear it short and wear it short proudly. I used to have my hair shaved. Okay. I've shaved my hair off 3 times. I loved having shaved hair. It was really convenient. It has so many different perks. 2 of those times my hair was, I'm talking totally shaved like a boy cut. And then one of the times it was shaved only on the sides and the back. And then the front was like a fringe and like curly up here. It looked good. It looked good. But anyway, I'm not in the short era right now. I want longer hair. And so, if you are in a similar journey to me where you want longer hair, then letting your hair get dry honestly is not going to be helpful to you. It is going to cause a lot of breakage to the ends of your hair, and not even just the ends of your hair, the whole of your hair strand. So that's something that I totally refuse to do. In order to get my hair down to my tailbone, I'm not going to let my hair get dry. And so now that you know the things that I would refuse to do in order to get my hair down to my tailbone, if you're on a similar hair growth journey as well, then you need to know what to do. How should you wear your hair? What products should you use? How often do you need to wash your hair? I'm going to tell you everything in this next video, and it's on the screen now.